Hello, welcome to the 199 Unlisted podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. Usually wearing clothes. I'm wearing a QAnon t-shirt. So, when we first started reacting to Tyler Spaghetti, her video said 5 years ago. We are now on 2 years ago. Yes, that's how ridiculous it is. That's how many videos we have reacted to her. We are on year We are 2 years in the past now instead of 5. We started out at 5. I think that's a big accomplishment. Yes, we are committing to this bit. This video is called Another Depressive Episode, How I Got Out of It. Now here's the thing. I wonder why she did not get a surge in subscribers to at least be in the thousands, because the other girls that we've reacted to who only put out depressive content got thousands of subscribers in a week. And then that one girl, she's only had her channel for a month. I think her name is Marissa, like the really ugly chick. She's at 20K subscribers. I don't understand the high demand for sad content, but she's put out so much woke content, sad content that fits in that category. I'm shocked she only has 979 subscribers. So she has gained 1 subscriber since the last video we've reacted to. But you think she'd have more. I don't get it. And she puts out lots of content, Yeah, and this one has 238 views and 4 comments. Of course, 2 of the comments are from her, but anyway, let's see what this video is about. Another depressive episode, How I Got Out of It. Yeah, I don't think her advice is going to be good.
Hey, what's up you guys? It's Tyler. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today is going to be more of a talky rant kind of video, so if you don't like those videos, this is not for you and you should probably leave, but I can't tell you what to do, so
all of your videos are the same. Just shut up and talk. Okay.
Whatever. But basically, hello, I have major depressive disorder. I was diagnosed when I was a kid. I don't really know if that diagnosis is really accurate right now because I haven't been reevaluated for it, but I went through a depressive phase for a little while. It lasted a long time.
I can't stand her hair. Like, can we just stick with regular hair color? This anime hair color bullshit is just stupid.
I don't know if I'm like fully out of it and I'm like good and I'm happy, but I'm not super depressed. I could be manic or I could be happy now. I don't know. But basically,
I think you're retarded.
I'm gonna talk about that for a little bit. I'm not gonna go too far into it because I just don't want to. But I have some things that have helped me through my little phase of depression. I'm not saying it's gonna help you, but I like to talk about my feelings and talk to you.
Hey, can you just get to the point? It'd be really nice if you just started. I don't need the preamble. I don't need the disclaimers. I don't need the trigger warnings. I need the product. There are so many videos where I have stopped watching because there's a disclaimer. I mean, it'll be like a K-pop video, a K-pop news video, and the person will give a 45-second, maybe sometimes up to a minute and a half disclaimer, and it'll be from something like, okay, I'm not a lawyer, I'm just giving my opinion. I'm like, dude, you do K-pop videos. No one thinks you're a lawyer. This is just my opinion. Yeah, everyone knows it's your opinion. I don't know what's wrong. Well, I do know what's wrong with people. People are stupid.
Because it's fun and entertaining for me, and I love watching these videos and listening to other people talk about mental health stuff, you know what I mean? So, anyways.
A minute 14 in. Hurry up. A minute and 14, and you just can't get to the point. No one gives a rat's ass about everything you just said.
I was really depressed. I could not do the majority of my normal crap. Like going to work was exhausting. I was really contemplating like quitting my job and leaving and finding something else. But I do get in those phases a lot where I'm just like I need to leave. Like there's been a lot happening in my job with like changes in management and it's been really upsetting and it hasn't been enjoyable for me or other people that I work with. So it's been really
Most people quit their jobs because of management or owners. Because, that's, the head of the snake. That's where, that's the direction everything gets taken. So, if you have a bad manager, I mean, that's why like dog places have such a high turnover rate because they don't promote the person who's most qualified to be manager. They just promote, it's like based on feelings, like, oh, I'm friends with this person. You know what I mean?
hard to go to work. It's better now. It's not great, but my mental health has gotten better, so now it's better, I guess. Yeah. Anyways, there was also a lot happening with my family. I'm not close with my family, so I don't know everything in detail, but I got news of things happening in my family and I got really depressed and sad because it felt like everything was happening at once with my family and my job and my
But if you're not close to your family, why do you care about your family? That makes no sense. I just think you want to be depressed. That's what I think. And then remember that one video where she said when she was in high school, like in ninth grade, right? Like eighth, ninth grade, where she was dating men in their late 20s. So if your 13, 14-year-old daughter is dating men in their 20s and you as a parent don't know, then obviously you're not close with your child. You're neglecting your child. You probably don't even see your child. And then she said during that same time frame she was trans. So she was trans at 13, 14, 15, whatever. Like no, like 14, 15. We got to get the Tyler Spaghetti lore right. But it's a video that we reacted to hers, I don't know, 30 videos ago, which is because we've reacted to a lot of her videos. In like eighth, ninth grade, she was trans, so she was pretending to be a boy, but she was dating men in their late 20s. Like, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. She was trans, so she was dressing like a boy and had a buzz cut, but she had boyfriends who were in their late 20s. Like, there's so much wrong with this. It's almost like the live version of Boku no Pico, except this could be a soap opera. Like, imagine a soap opera where it's a 14-year-old girl who is trans, pretending to be a boy, wearing a chest binder, dressing like a boy, trying to act like a boy, except he's 5 feet tall, like 88 pounds. And she's dating men who are 29, 30 years old. Like, what the think of think of how mentally deranged those men are. Like, if she somehow, because we haven't watched all of her videos, if she somehow got an interview with like one of those men that she dated when she was a trans 15-year-old, I bet you they're creeps. I bet you they're really dirty people. But anyway, that was allowed to happen. And she had parents. And so if your parents are letting all that happen, you don't really have parents. And so there's no way you're close to your family. So it's like, why would you even care? But anyway.
relationship and also my personal health issues because I had a health scare. I did a stress test and they saw something wrong with my test, and basically they thought I had some sort of blockage in my heart, and I was googling that and researching that, and
Yes,
it
yes, because Google is where you should go when you think you have a serious health problem. We talked about this so many times. Google is the worst place to get a diagnosis or to get medical information. Worst place. You always go to a doctor. And so I hate when people like this talk about that because and it's sad, but there's at least one or two people who take her advice, which is why we watch these videos of people who give bad advice because we have to correct it. Never go to Google. I mean, I understand if like you think you touch some poison ivy, you go to Google, you look it up. But I mean, if you think you have something serious like a brain tumor, you don't go to Google. You go to the doctor, but I mean, there's some people who treat Google like it's God, and AI that we know of, that I know of, is only as smart as the humans who, programmed it. And, it has some self learning, but, AI is just taking the most popular articles off the internet and then regurgitating them to you. So that's not real medical advice. And then also you don't know because it's AI, it's programmed. Like ask Google about um like right leaning issues, and then ask Google about left leaning issues, or ask Google about a Democratic president, and then ask the same question about Trump, and you'll be like, wow, okay, that's not true. Like, it's very biased because it's based on the people who programmed it. So even the Google AI is like left leaning, which is bad, which is horrible. I mean, it'd be bad if it was right leaning too. Like, you just need the facts, which is why you can't really watch news. You can only watch independent news. Like, I mean, there's dozens of independent news channels on YouTube, and then even those you have to find out because I used to watch. I forgot the name of it because I stopped watching it. But they came off as an independent news channel, and then later we found out that they were getting their direction from Biden, the Biden White House. And I don't know if they let it slip by accident, but they were like, yeah, we were talking to, like we got this story from, we talked to, and they listed Biden. But anyway, back to this boring person.
was like, oh, you could like die, you could have like early like coronary heart disease or something, and I was googling that and I was like, oh my god, like what if I have this, like what if I already have like blockages in my arteries already, like what am I gonna do, bro? I'm 20 years old, like
Yeah, but you got the
what am I gonna
vaccine.
do? I don't
That's
know.
why you got the
But that
vaccine.
ended up being fine, by the way. Also, I was gonna start school in the summer. I was actually gonna start school years ago, and I just didn't do it because things always freaking pop up. But it
I can just do it, but I keep procrastinating. I know it's bad. I don't need a lecture. Yeah, no one watches your videos. And also, you're not procrastinating. You just don't want to go to school. People do what they want to do. I know this is shocking. People do what they want to do. You're not procrastinating. You just don't want to go.
it didn't work out because one class was gonna be $500,
Oh,
and that was at a
Jesus.
community college. It wasn't at like some fancy university or anything, because I feel like that would sort of make sense. But this is just a freaking community college. Like, that doesn't sound normal to me. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
College is for rich people. I know this is really tough to take in. College is for rich people, or college is for people who want to take out student loans and be in debt for the next 40 years of their life. College isn't worth it unless you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, a rocket scientist. But if you're not going to be doing one of those jobs, college is a waste of money.
So I had to quit school, and it was like all of my dreams and all of my everything was just thrown out the window, and I was just like sitting in such a dark place mentally, and I was like, I don't know what to do with my life, so I'm just gonna sit in bed until I work. And I usually work late afternoons, like I usually go into work at like 4:30 or 5. um so I was just in bed until like it was time to get ready at like 2.
Not eating until like 2 p.m. and only like chips and garbage. Well, chips is garbage, so you could have just said only eating garbage. Okay.
2:30 or 3, and it was so bad. It was so bad. It was not good. I stopped putting in a lot of time on YouTube. I actually haven't been putting a ton of time in YouTube recently.
Okay, you got to stop acting like you have a million subscribers and you get like, 500,000 views a video. This video is 3 years old and it has 328 views. Calm down, lady. I mean, well, first of all, I love the fact she acts like she has a million subscribers. That's cool. You know, whatever. I act like I have 189 subscribers because that's how many subscribers I have. Most of the videos I put out get 0 views. I just like talking to myself.
As in like months ago, I mean. Like I stopped editing like a year ago. I just completely stopped. I've been doing it again because I find it fun. Now I do. But
What editing? What are you talking about? What am I missing here? What is she editing?
I like totally completely stopped doing that. For a while, I stopped really like putting in effort to like promoting my stuff. I was just kind of like, oh, let me just post this. Like I have to post this. Just post it. Like it doesn't even matter anymore. And now I've been trying to like make TikToks, and try that out. I don't know if it's going well, but like I'm trying new things, and it's been nice to try new things.
She has
And
TikTok?
I don't know. I find it entertaining for right now. We'll see if
I'm gonna
that
see if I
sticks
can
because
find her TikTok because I
I
don't.
don't know if it makes me happy, but I'm finding it entertaining to try something new. So I don't know. But my number one thing for helping me personally get out of my little funk, my little ick, is organizing. I've been an extremely messy person for my whole life, really.
Usually, girls that are messed up in the head are messy. I've noticed that. Tyler Spaghetti. Okay, I typed in Tyler Spaghetti because that's her name. I'm assuming her TikTok would be the same. Oh, okay, Tyler Spaghetti. She has 5 followers. Her her TikTok has 5 followers. One video. Okay, what the hell is she talking about? Her pronouns are they, them, their, she. Let me rephrase that. Her pronouns are retarded, 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 she. Okay. Um, but she only has one video on her on her TikTok.
I'm 20. I'm about to be 21. I enter this adult life, and I'm
Dude. Okay, she's so weird. She only has one video. See, she says to follow her Instagram, follow her TikTok, but I've checked her Instagram. Her Instagram hasn't put anything new out in like years. So I don't get it. She has 5 followers. Let's see who these followers are. Uh, okay. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not gonna follow her because I really only follow hot chicks that wear skimpy clothes and like dance around and shake their ass. You know, I like to follow bops, hot Asian chicks, whatever. Anyway, back to this.
Um, but here's a tiny bit of backstory that doesn't matter too much. But when I was a kid, I lived in where I live now, but I lived in the room across the hall. And then when I was like 15, I moved to the room across the hall because it was quieter, um, and I wasn't directly next to my parents' room, so it was just easier for me to move. Um, and ever since I moved to that room, I've accumulated so much junk and garbage and things that I haven't cleaned out ever. Like, I literally never cleaned it out. Like, I'm 20 years old. I've been in this room.
So you're a clutterer? Is that what they're called? Oh no, a hoarder, right? It's called a hoarder. Okay, clutterer. Called it a clutterer. That's sad.
Since I was like 15, maybe 16, I don't know. Um, I never like threw away my clothes. I never threw away like my school stuff. I kept everything, every single thing, because it was hard for me to like throw things away. I don't, that's something I need to like go through in therapy, but I don't know why. It's very,
No, just throw shit away that you don't use. Um, yeah, I mean, like I have my Gundams on the wall here up there. I use them as something to look at, but I know like even like my K-pop collection, I don't know, dude, like I'm gonna say on the low end over 100 K-pop albums right here. Okay, you can't see it because the camera's not pointing to it, but on the shelf here and the shelf there, there's over 100 K-pop CDs, and then I have a CD booklet over there. And I started throwing away K-pop CDs that I've never listened to. Like, sorry, I've listened to all of them, but there's some where I'm like, dude, there's no good songs on this CD. Like, not all K-pop is good. So like Everglow, I had all of their CDs, and I liked maybe two songs. I'm like, why am I keeping this? I don't like it. I'm not gonna force myself to like it. Throw it away. So I threw it away. Like I've probably thrown away. I'm just guessing. All right, like 20 K-pop CDs that I'm just like, I don't like this group, or it only has one good song. Like why am I keeping? And the thing about K-pop CDs, if I bring it up, I'll go on a tangent. Like they're big. Like okay, this is Lady Gaga's CD. See, it's just a CD. Okay. Hold on, because it's on the shelf. Hold on. Ah. This is a K-pop CD. It's huge. It's huge, and this is small compared to the big ones. Okay. Now this one, is like to me a collector's one because it's like girls' generation. They used to be my favorite group, but there's a like one of my favorite songs ever is on this CD. So, like that's why I'm keeping the big ass package and all that stuff. But anyway, my point being, imagine having over 100 CDs that are big like that, or they're big like a big ass book. So like this is a K-pop CD. Look how big this shit is. Now this one I'm keeping because I actually like this. Like this is Rose's solo album from Blackpink. That's the actual CD, but then you have just all this extra stuff like posters and like just like picture. It's actually like a bunch of pictures of her, and then like like the liner notes. But like if you're a big fan, then this is like enough to cover all the walls in your room. Hence, if you've seen my room, I have K-pop posters all over my wall because you can get one CD and you'll literally have enough to cover up your wall. It's crazy. So anyway, I guess I should stop with the K-pop. Anyway, it's just you have to throw it away. So and if I really like hamper down on the K-pop collection, I'd probably only keep like 5 groups. I'd probably keep all of Red Velvet CDs because Red Velvet is actually good. So I keep all the Red Velvet stuff. Okay, I keep all the Wiki Miki stuff. They're really good. Like I don't have all. I have all their albums except for one. Same with like Red Velvet. Um, and then I'd keep all the Girls' Generation stuff. So that's just like 3 groups and all the Itzy stuff. And I know because a lot of people say Itzy sucks. I only got the albums that were good because I know Itzy put out a lot of bad music, but they got like 5 good albums. But anyway, so just by saying those like 4 groups, I would and I would keep the Blackpink stuff. So I would cut down like over 100 albums to have like 20 around 20. So imagine only having 20 and it would save so much room, but like right now it's manageable though cuz it all fits, but anyway, I just went on a tangent. Let's continue.
Very hard for me to throw things away. It just is. Um, But finally, I've been getting rid of things. I went through my whole closet, went through my whole dresser. I bought new storage things to put my things away neatly. I've been folding my clothes away and putting them in order instead of just throwing it on top and then next time I just grab like the first thing.
She's doing the Jordan Peterson thing where it's like just start by cleaning your room. Clean your room. Because if you can clean your room, that's like something right there in front of you. It's very manageable. So if you can accomplish that, then you can accomplish something a little bit bigger. Because like imagine you live in your room and imagine like you can't clean it. Well, if you can't clean your room, you can't do anything. I mean, that's just the basics. Just saying.
That's there and it's not organized and I just wear the same thing over and over and over because it's at the top and I just grab it. So I've been organizing things. I bought a bunch of stuff on Shein. I talked about this in a past video, but I have little organizers for my socks and my underwear and my bras and my pants and my jeans and my everything. It's just been very nice and calming for my brain. It makes me feel like I'm being productive, which I am being productive. So it's...
Dude, that's what Jordan Peterson said. Whatever. Cool.
It's true. But it makes me feel a lot better than just sitting in my room and feeling like hopeless and lost and confused. So that's been like my favorite thing ever. I just went to IKEA today to get a whole, it's like a drawer unit thing, but I'm gonna put more stuff away and I'm really excited. I tried to build it today, but my arthritis was not vibing.
Oh my god. And she has arthritis. So she's 20 years old with no. She's 20 years old and has arthritis. Really? She has like 20 billion health problems. How are you alive then? I mean, it just, come on.
So I couldn't do it. I need help to do it because I can't do it myself. I've been cleaning things like crazy. I've hated cleaning my whole life. Like, God, cleaning my bathroom was like the #1 most hated thing in the whole world for me personally. But yesterday I saw like one single piece of grass on my bath mat in my bathroom because the person that I live with does not know how to clean anything, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man, but everything's a mess. And it's
I forgot which one she lives with. I think it's her mom. I think. Because she always goes parent.
been aggravating me. So I got really upset.
Oh, and also she doesn't like using gender language. Because she's retarded.
And I was like, I'm gonna clean this because I can't have this single piece of grass in my entire messy bathroom. It's like my bathroom's a mess, okay? But this one piece of grass set me over the edge. I was like, nope. So I got on my bath mats, I washed them, I got on my hands and knees and started scrubbing the freaking floor. And yeah, I did that. And that was honestly very good for my brain. I don't know why. I can't tell you why, but
because your bathroom isn't filthy. Jesus Christ, it's not brain surgery. Man, there's nothing more weird than messy women or dirty women. I don't know. They're like that's how you know there's a problem. Like women are supposed to be just a little bit cleaner than guys. Just a little bit cleaner.
it feels calming and like I'm doing something and I'm productive, and that's my reason why. I don't know if that's good enough for you, but that's my reason. I don't know. My number two thing, this kind of goes back to my depressive phase. When I was super depressed, I stopped doing my schedule with my animals because I had like the specific schedule where I would feed them on these days, and I would take them out on these days and do blah 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 on these days, and I would stick to that. And if I didn't stick to it, I got really upset because it's my schedule. Like I have to do it. There's no option to not do it. And then when I got depressed, the schedule was out the window. Like I was not doing it. I wasn't doing it. I was still taking care of them, but I wasn't like taking them out. I wasn't hanging out with them, and I lost the connection that I had with them. And I've been trying to build it back.
Oh my god.
I'm still like, honestly, I'm freaking busy right now. So, sorry, the sun just changed, so I'm moving.
No one gives a fuck.
Basically, I've been taking my lizard out. I only have one that likes to go out, so I've been taking him out more. He's not here right now, but you've seen him in other videos of him just like in my little seat, and he's hanging out with me. I've been doing that. I've been trying to build the connection back with them because it makes me really sad.
I think it's really pathetic when she drives around with the lizard in the passenger seat in a little cage. It looks really stupid. And women, because here's the thing. Women are social creatures. And because she's so just whack jobbed out, she can't have normal friendships. A 20-year-old woman should have a lot of friends. That's just how it is, and we all know why. She should have a lot of friends, and the fact that she doesn't says that you know what people are kind of like. I don't want to be involved with someone who's a what is it, a non-binary female presenting they them idiot. People want normalcy. And one of the most normal things you can be is a girl. And you can't even do that right.
I don't think they care because they're lizards, but like I've had them for like 6 years, 5 years, and like I don't spend as much time with them as I used to, and I want to do that. And I don't know, it makes me happy being with them. It makes me feel like, I don't know, just better, I guess.
Get a boyfriend. Jesus.
Also, this is another thing. It wasn't necessarily on purpose that this happened, but I've been working more, not on my request. It was requested of me to work more. And I've been doing that, and it's been keeping me busy and giving me more money to spend more money on things that make me happy. So that's been nice. I've been kind of trying to visualize what I want with my life because I don't really do that. I kind of am just like, oh, it's gonna happen, like I'm gonna figure it out. I've been thinking about more realistic things that like I can do in my life. Like I can't move out tomorrow, that's not gonna happen. But I can work and I can go to school and I can continue with this, and I can go to therapy and I can see my doctors and I can figure out what's wrong with me and become like a better person.
Oh God, you're retarded. Jesus Christ.
Mentally, because I'm not where I want to be. Like I've been trying to be better, but I've been a very negative
Dude, you gotta start with the basics and start living in reality. So first of all, you gotta get rid of them they, them, theirs pronouns. Like that's kind of like where the problem starts. You're not living in reality. You're living in this woke bullshit. Like if you're a person who thinks that stuff, you're lost. It's just how it is. And so people don't want to be around a person like you because it's like you're forcing people to not live in reality. And the more people that don't live in reality, the quicker this society is going to crumble. It's, and I've heard people, I mean, I've seen people talk about this topic for hours. It is one of the most evil things you can do is try to make people not live in reality. Because that's how because I mean, that's the foundation of a functioning society. It just is. So, people are going to actively avoid a person like you. Or the only people that'll hang out with you are people like you, and then that's not going to work out. You're just going to end up being miserable.
person lately, and it's made me think like, yo, I'm not who I want to be. Like when I was in that depressive phase, I was not who I wanted to be. I was mean, I was angsty, I was insecure, and now I'm just like, we need to let that go because I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. So I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. I'm trying to get a therapist, but I don't know. I've become more loose thinking, if that makes sense. So things happen, and how I feel is how I feel, and it's valid, but other people doing other things, that's their choice and their issue.
Can I have some Italian dressing for that word salad, please? I'll take ranch. Whatever, it's all good.
Yes, I don't need to make it all about me. I just don't, if that makes sense. But that's my video. I need to go because my phone is actually at maximum storage and it keeps stopping. I don't know why, because I have plenty of storage on my phone, but I need to deal with that.
Apparently you
but
don't.
I'll see you next video. Goodbye.
Jesus. Anyway. This whole thing where it's hip to have some mental health problem is another problem in our society. It really is. And like TikTok's a big part of it. But anyway, so anyway, have a good Monday, have a good Tuesday, have a good Wednesday, have a good Thursday, have a good Friday, have a good week, have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.